Hello friends, I am Shravana and welcome to my channel Sparkling Future. Today we will discuss about structured streaming in Spark with Scala. Before starting with today's topic, I request all of you to subscribe to my channel and also please like, share, comment and hit the bell icon for the latest video notifications. Thank you. So coming to the structured streaming, it's a scalable and fault tolerant stream processing engine built on top of Spark SQL engine. So earlier we had normal Spark streaming, which were having the basic abstraction of the Spark streaming is dstreams, which is like a series of RDDs. So we used to apply RDD transformations, windowing functions, and all that to get the things done right in Spark streaming. So this structured streaming is a bit like built on top of Spark SQL, which we get all the advantages of using the Spark SQL, like Catalyst Optimizer. All the optimizations are done in the Spark SQL engine, right? So all that we can apply on top of on this structured streaming, and also like people are more comfortable with the Spark SQL because the people with SQL background can work on data frames and they can work on select queries. So most of the people will be comfortable in Spark SQL. And earlier in Spark streaming, it was more of using RDD transformations and windowing functions. So a bit complex it was. So now after getting this structured streaming concept, it's a God-given concept because many of the people who ever interested to work with data frames, they can comfortably use this structured streaming for the any streaming jobs. Okay. So now, and also in the structured streaming, right, when the data streams in, it will be created like a input table. I mean, imagine like a input table. It will create a row by row, and when the next set of data is coming, right, so that will be appended to the table. So finally it will become like a table which is like a data frame, and you can apply all data frame like operations to the code, and you can get the things done using the structured streaming. So now let's look into some sample code to see. First we will start with a very simple example, okay, very simple example, and we will read all the CSV files, okay, we will stream the files into console. We will start with that. Okay, so now I have created a Scala object, defined the main method, created the Spark session. Okay, so now so I wanted to take this file, sample file, which has only two columns, employee name and salary. So with this I wanted to go ahead, so I am creating a schema. For that, creating the new struct type. Before that we have to add the types here. All the types I am giving. We have ename as the first column, right, and that's a string type, and nullable is true. It's not a mandatory column, that means. Salary column I am taking it as a long because it will have long integers. So I've created the schema. Now create a data frame. So hope you remember it. We used to do like spark.read format. So the similar way, but here instead of read we will take read stream. Okay, that's the only difference while reading a file. So now here I mean, as we are dealing with the CSV format itself, I am not giving a format of CSV. I'll directly use that. So let me give the option because we have the header in the file. So I'm taking that as a true, and then I'm passing the schema. I'll not pass, okay, I'll show you why we have to take the schema here even for a simple thing, and then I'll pass the schema here. So CSV, I have a sample CSV saved in this folder inside the resources. Okay, this is the way I think. Okay, and that's it. We have the data frame ready. So we'll simply just do no no let me write it. Okay, so now we will write it to console. Here also we have to take write stream dot, here we are talking about publishing this to console, right? So this is console, and when you are testing in your local machine, right, make sure that you add this system.set property for the wherever your WinUtils are there. Otherwise you will not have that permission to write to your console or even to your local machine. And here to console we have to mention inside the format as console. If you wanted to put it into some CSV file onto your local machine, so now here you can mention like dot CSV, and you give the local machine path here, similar one. Okay, if you put like this, it will have store as a CSV file in the given path. Okay, that is the format of that. Okay, so now we are writing the stream in the console, and we have to give it as a mode as well, right? So output mode, for this output mode I have given a, okay, output mode append. For this we have to import the mode command. Okay, it's already there in the SQL. Okay, so now because this is a streaming application, we have to make sure that we give this this is the format. Okay, we should have that as a syntax. So now I am saving that. Now I will show you the exception if we don't give the schema, because this is a streaming application and we are giving a folder. So from in that folder it should search for a specific schema files, right? For that reason they will say schema must be specified. See, you got this exception, schema must be specified when creating a streaming source data. So we will anyway I have this schema here. So now let me pass it. That's it, you just have to add that. And before starting that I will keep the file ready. Okay, this is the file, I already have it in the folder. Okay, now let me run this, and in the console you can see the batch wise total. And actually initially it will give it as a null because I mean, hope you know that it will have all this uh, okay, let me, it will print, right? I will explain you. Okay, anyway we got it in the batch 0 itself, we have got it. Okay, wait, let me run it again. In the second run we will see. Okay, as of now it has only one file in the resources folder, one CSV file with the schema that we have specified. So now I'll be ready, and yeah, the batch 1 is printed. Now I'll say file save as, to the same I'll say 2. See, you can see here, right? Batch 1 is printed, and if you see here there are nothing. We have printed the batch 0, and it just waited for the next run or the next file to be present in that folder, and when we publish immediately it has come as batch 1. So this way from a folder we can read all the files, any format files, not only CSV. Okay, any format files we can read this way in a structured process, I mean in a streaming process, using this structured streaming using Scala. Okay, hope this is useful to you friends. Thank you for watching the video. Please subscribe to my channel for more interesting learnings. Thank you.